Hello, Virgo, Healing Grasshopper here to do your second week in July reading, the 9th to the 15th. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Okay, there's a card that's been coming out quite a bit. Yep, this one too. Okay. Yeah, especially for you, Virgo. Yeah, you've been in this energy for quite a bit. Okay. Okay. All these swords starting out of the reading tells me that you've got a lot on your mind, but Spirit is saying, look at the contrast between the Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. They're both in beds. They're both, kind of retired here, but this one is worried. This one is at rest. And this one is at rest after this anxious one. This is Spirit saying, lie back down, realize that what you just went through, it's like, this is called the nightmare card, right? It's like, go back to sleep. It was just a nightmare. It was just a dream. Okay. Now, we know what you went through was not a dream, but it's past now. So you can kind of think of it like it's a dream because even when you're in a dream, it feels perfectly real. You're going through something and then it's over. You're at the tail end of what you're going through, Virgo. That much I can tell you. Even if you feel like you're still in the thick of it, the worst of it, even I would think the majority of you would be able to admit to me that the worst of it is over. Like whatever you're going through right now, you can compare to a year or two ago, and you can, you'd be like, yeah, 2 years ago, that really sucked. That was worse. Right? So what you're going through now may not be perfectly fun, but, things are slowly improving. And that is the same kind of energy that I'm going through myself, by the way, Virgo. So, you know, there's no gaslighting here that I'm doing. I don't, there are readers out there that's like, oh, you're going to find your love and everything's going to be perfect and everything is great. And look, you're going to manifest this week. And that's not me. And you know what? It's not even that it's not me. Spirit won't let me do that. You know, these are the cards that Spirit puts out for me. Spirit is telling me like it is. So I have to tell it. Um, anyway, for those of you who are new here, I am a Capricorn sun. Welcome, by the way. I am a Capricorn sun. I am also an earth sign. I am a child of Saturn. So things are very difficult for me almost all the time, you know? So, and especially the past 20 years. You guys have, been going through it too, like all of the rest of the signs. Pluto has been in Capricorn for the past 20 years and left Capricorn for Aquarius in November. So the energy is starting to change. Okay. We all know that big astrological events, you can feel many, many months before and many, many months after, just like uh, an eclipse, right? It's not just the day, it goes on for several months. So that's the kind of thing that we're going through. That energy of Pluto and Capricorn is waning, but it has not left us yet. And we have a new energy that's more supportive of building new things in our lives now. But just like you start a renovation or you start to build a house, and there are tools everywhere and lumber lying around and everything, you can hardly imagine what the house is going to look like. Like, oh, this is going to be a house? Really? Look at this mess. This is what we're in right now. And that's what the Eight of Swords is talking about. Like, you can't possibly see your way out of this, but Spirit is saying, rest. It's all right. It's going to be okay. And part of Four of Swords is about assessing what you've been through and how you have survived it, because that's what the tradition of this card is about. It's about the knights that come home after a battle, and they had this very morbid habit of lying in a coffin after they come home from a battle so that they can review what's happened to them. Like, oof, I've made it. Look at all the crazy things I've seen and the near misses of death, but I'm still alive. And I'm going to lie here and appreciate that I'm alive, right? So that's kind of what this is. Like, yeah, assess where you've been through, but you've survived and you're going to move forward. The Six of Pentacles. This is the generosity card. We will talk about it in a moment. We've got Nine of Wands in the center. Under the Nine of Swords, which is all about having, this is like anxiety, and this is like overwhelm and fatigue. But after he's done a whole lot here and he's like, whew, I'm tired, you know? Yeah, you're tired. You've been through a lot. You're tired. The Ten of Wands, so perfect. But the Ten of Wands is talking about you're almost there. That's what if you gave a title to every card, this title for this one is almost there. You may not see it, but you're almost there. He doesn't see it because he's so, you know, bogged down with this bundle that he's carrying that he can't see that he's almost to the castle there. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Now the Six of Pentacles makes sense here. The Generosity card. It's a very versatile card. It can mean a lot of things. But in this reading, this is talking about generosity from the universe, that you will be rewarded for all that you've gone through. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here on the bottom here. Good fortune, good karma. Rewarded with good karma. You've gone through a lot. You don't know when it's going to end. It's okay. You will be rewarded with good fortune. It's the sentence here. Yeah, more swords. Six of Swords. Actually, I'm really happy to see this. But this is after the Wheel of Fortune here. At some point, this is somewhat of a present energy, but it's more of a future energy than present energy. Um, the Six of Swords is about you moving away from difficulty and to better pasture, so to speak, right? I don't think you're feeling this energy yet because this is kind of an exhale and kind of relaxed, but exhausted, defeated, with tears in your eyes type feeling. But I don't think you're there yet. You're still up here like, oh my God, what's going to happen? How is this going to turn out? You know, where's the exit ramp already? I want off this ride. I totally get that. I'm with you, Virgo. Ace of Pentacles. There it is. Good fortune, moving away from difficulty to reward, to abundance. And of course, I want to remind you, Virgo, that we're not just talking about money. We're talking about abundance of good times, better days. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I love it so much. Spirit's talking about, yeah, but lots of coin too. After I just said, it's not just about coin. And Spirit's like, yes, it is. Here's all the coin. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, plenty of coin, but there's a whole lot more going on in this card too, which kind of corroborates what I was talking about. This is overall abundance of everything good in your life. Support, love, trust, you know, comfort, security, stability, all those things. Okay? Okay, you've got more tarot coming. Oops. Two of Swords. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. My jumpers love to come out reversed. A good deal of the time they're not reversed. But we'll see. Knight of Wands. Not surprised to see a Knight of Wands. Reverse Two of Swords? No. Okay. So Two of Swords is somewhat echoing the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords here. That's why it's lying in between. And it's almost as if the two swords are tying them together. This is anxiety and uncertainty. But a lot of it is self-imposed in the way that there is plenty of other, there are plenty of other things for you to focus on. Because here's the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands is a very active card. He's moving towards something, he's doing things, right? So, whatever it is that you desire in your life, focus on that because you can manifest it. You have all the support here from the universe. It's easier said than done, guys. Again, because I have all these same feelings. I have to do things like light gratitude candles and you know, do affirmations and mantras. Page of Pentacles, attached to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. It's good to see a page in a weekly, well, in any reading, really. Because so far, this has really been addressing this reading, how you feel. But now I'm starting to see what's going to happen this week. There's going to be something this week that's going to excite you. Like you're going to have an idea, or someone's going to suggest something, or you're going to see something online that's like, hey, I could do that. Hey, I totally see the way that, that can work. Something you can latch onto because look at the diagonal line. It's attached to the Knight of Wands too, and the Eight of Wands. This is all activity here. But the Page of Pentacles is seeing the value in this activity. King of Swords. We'll see if that's reversed. What else we got? The Tower. Okay. Let's see. King of Swords reversed. Okay. So, hmm, this is not a hugely catastrophic tower. Okay. This tower is going to be like something that you've set up the previous week or the previous month or whatever that you're just finding out is not going to work. And it's going to set you back here to your swords, to saying, like, oh no, this isn't going to work. What am I going to do now? But you've got the King of Swords here, which is about getting rid of that which doesn't serve you. So this is the universe. Listen, we always think of the universe in a way, and I know this is a silly, crude way of putting it, but the universe and God, like, God is sitting up on his throne in a big red suit and a white beard. you know, that we go to for things, you know, but the universe is so much more than that. It's not like, oh, God is always doling out gifts. It's like God is all also helping you along the way. And part of it is knocking things down that don't serve you, you know? And you know what? It's kind of like I just saw like a toddler crying. You know how, because let's be real, compared to the divine, we are like toddlers because we don't see what the divine sees, right? So the reason why spirit just showed me a toddler is like, you know, a toddler, you might look over and you see your toddler has found a pair of scissors, and you're like, no, 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 you don't want to play with those. And you yank the scissors away. And then the toddler starts to cry, like, hey, I want to play with those, you know? And we're like, no, baby, you can't play with that. It's kind of like that, where, you know, we latch on to something and we're like, yay. But Spirit's like, no, not that. We've got something better for you, you know? So you take the scissors away from the toddler and you hand them like a nice, fun blinking toy that dazzles them. That kind of thing. Where, and I know that can kind of hurt our pride to hear things like that, like, I'm not a toddler. Yeah, we kind of are. We kind of stumble through this life and, you know, there's a meme that I really love of an angel. It's a statue of an angel that's sitting down with his head in his hands, like Jesus Christ, you know? And the meme is like, my guardian angel is watching me every day, you know? Like, oh God, you know, the spirit's always like that with us. Like, oh God, can't we just get them to see? So, we gotta laugh at ourselves a little. Okay. So I went off on a tangent there, but I'm glad I painted that picture because it's important for this tower. Because when it comes this week, let's not throw a tantrum and get upset about it. Let's just tell ourselves immediately that, okay, that wasn't meant for me. Let's just move on. There's something better on its way. Because you have the Page of Pentacles here. You see this Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, the Tower. This is all the universe working for you. The Page of Pentacles is like the toddler after we've handed them uh, a toy. Like, oh, look, that's so much better than this, whatever that sharp thing was that I picked up. You know? I'm going to get off that analogy now because I feel really silly talking about it. And I know you get the message, so we'll move on. What's our outcome clarification for King of Cups? You see, wow, so apropos. Virgo, listen very carefully, okay? Because Virgos, you guys are all about efficiency, okay? You guys hate inefficiency, and that's what the King of Cups is talking about here. Because you've got the Tower and the King of Cups here. These two are corresponding with each other. The King of Cups, you will never see the King of Cups throw a tantrum like that toddler when you yank the scissors away. King of Cups is like, oh, no, no scissors? Okay. What's next then? Oh, look, Page of Pentacles. Look at this. This is so much better. We're moving up. You know, because a tantrum really takes energy out of us. It's tantrum is the most inefficient thing in the universe. Like it does not serve anything. And after a toddler has a horrendous tantrum, what do? They fall asleep because they've drained themselves of their energy. Don't It's not whatever this is that happens this week, it's not worth it. Just, oh well, dust yourself off and keep moving, right? Let's not forget that the tower is covering the Nine of Wands. This is all about, okay, and the Ten of Wands too we have over here. This is keep going despite how it feels right now. You're almost there. Almost there in this week. I can't promise that. You do have an outcome card here of Ten of Pentacles. So you may see a payoff this week of some kind. Because the universe does understand fatigue, by the way. There are times that when I think I can't take it anymore and I start to cry in frustration, which it does happen, Virgo. Um, like, why can't I ever get a break? Um, and I always feel guilty when I do that because I'm like, listen, I'm so sorry, guardians. Like, I'm really not trying to be a spoiled brat. I'm tired, you know? And oftentimes, very soon afterward, I'll get some kind of sign that'll make me feel better. Like, it's not like, here's a winning lottery ticket, but it'll be like a comment from a viewer on YouTube that makes me feel better or something that's like, oh, you see, things aren't so bad. You're going to get something like that this week, Virgo. That's going to kind of give you enough fuel to move forward and enough faith to move forward. Advice cards? Sacred Destiny. Okay. Sacred Destiny deck, right? Sacred Destiny. Okay, you have one card from Sacred Destiny. It's one of Spirit's favorite decks. Spirit chooses this deck often. Okay. This one. So speaking of comments, guys, I thrive on comments. Does it help me in the algorithm? Absolutely. That's another thing too. So please comment. But it also helps me in my confidence and moves me forward, helps the channel. It does a lot of things for me. It keeps my morale up. Um, so let me know if it resonates. Just drop me a line. Brighten my day because it's like Christmas morning for me when I get comments. Freedom. Yes, what we're moving towards. Okay. So, going back to the beginning of the reading, we have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. This is constriction and anxiety. right? Feeling trapped in a situation. Spirit is saying you will be freed from this feeling. Entirely in this week? No, but you will feel a lightening of that feeling. And let me know, guys, if you feel this lightning. Or if you don't, let me know. Okay? I think that is the reading, guys. Do we have any more cards coming? No. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't want to leave a comment, a like is enough to let me know that it resonates. Subscribe, please, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscriptions. Uh, it's a very free and quick gesture that doesn't cost you anything, means the world to me. So please, and I thank you in advance. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you don't miss the coming videos. Okay? I will speak to you soon, Virgo. Love, light, and many blessings.